What is the most ridiculous fashion trend you've ever seen? Wearing pants backwards was a thing when I was a kid. At the middle school I work at, there's kids that wear their hood and then put on a hat on top that kinda just floats on top of their hood. They look like idiots. But hey, that's fashion. Orcas putting dead salmon on their heads. Absolutely silly. Calva da cria, teens were purposefully shaving their heads like a balding person. Anyone remember the rat tail haircut? Never understood what that was about. Those red boots that were really popular within last year, I forget the brand. They were ridiculous. High-low shirts. Can I have the front of the shirt back, please? These giant eyelashes. Girls look like bugs, and how can they see? Men wearing dress pants that are 6 inches too short with no socks and dress shoes. Tying an onion to your belt, even if it was the style at the time. Lots of old-fashioned trends were silly. But gigantic black square eyebrows and eyelashes that look like dust brooms takes the cake for me. Absolutely ludicrous. Derelict chic. Pants hanging down like they're carrying a load of woman facepalming. Sagging pants. Musical notes pants on the ground. Pants on the ground. Looking like a fool with your pants on the ground. Musical notes. Having been born in 1950, I plead the fifth. Lack of useful pockets in ladies' wear. Give us pockets. The sexualization of children's clothing. Little girls don't need crop tops. Their shorts don't need to go any higher than a little boy's shorts. And before anyone comes at me with it's other people sexualizing them, then how come little boys' clothes aren't like that too? If it's really about comfort, then how come it's only girls' clothing that's like that? So many cropped tops. Cropped tops in children's fashion. Popped collars were pretty out there. And it went right along with pink polos. 2004, 2005-ish. Also, the gelled up bangs dudes rocked with crew cuts. All three. Same time. Oompa Loompa style makeup, but it's mostly prominent in the UK. 80s shoulder with pretty much every 80s hairstyle. I happened to look at my elementary school yearbook the other day from the mid-late 80s and noticed how dated it looked. First I thought, yuck, those fashions sucked. Then I realized, I never noticed it then. That said, 80s fashion, to me, seems very camp. Painted on eyebrows. It's getting ridiculous, folks. The tiny purses. Those big rubber shoes that look like cages for your feet. When I was in high school, those one-shoulder strap tops came in fashion for girls. I called it the Andre the Giant look. Right now it's the broccoli hair a lot of Zoomers are sporting. Bullet brass. JNCO jeans. Ed Hardy. Zubas. In the 80s, early 90s they became popular. Zebra, tiger, etc. patterns. Wild colors. They were like sweatpants gone wild. I can remember in the early 2000s thinking, what the hell are culottes doing here? I remember when Nelly came out with his second album, and for like a whole 6 months he wore band-aids on his face and everyone started doing it. Also the big electronic belt buckles that you could customize. Socks and slides with everything back in middle school. You honestly weren't shit unless you had slides and socks. They'd get dressed up with jeans and a flannel or get dressed down with athletic wear. Worst shit I've ever seen. Crocs were chosen by the costume team of the movie Idiocracy as the dumbest possible option. At the time they were a new brand with hardly any sales. Fast forward to today and Idiocracy is more true than ever and Crocs are considered fashionable. People will wear triangle bikinis upside down and it has always looked ridiculous to me. I have big boobs and I could never imagine pulling that off. The whale tail. And if you don't know what that is, you're lucky you didn't have to live through it as a teen early 20s. Guys wearing pants that are literally on the ground and a long t-shirt to cover their ass and legs. It looks absolutely ridiculous. Nazi chic. The giant nails. It's just stupid. I'll defend most of what is on here. But foot binding was genuinely terrible. Also low-rise jeans, even though they are coming back. They look good on twinks and women built like twinks, and the rest of us have to suffer. Anyone remember UFO pants? Jumping spiders balancing a tiny water droplet on their heads. Anyone remember pegged pants? Overalls without a shirt. Mullets. They look so trashy. About 10 years ago. Strapless bodices that cut across and into one's breasts. Okay. Designer. I get that you loathe women. People were wearing band-aids on their cheeks like Nelly back in the day. I'm not old yet, right guys? Guys. Stirrup pants, socks and shoes. They're meant to be worn inside of boots. Or the infamous sandals and socks. Micro bangs, tears of joy. Tears of joy looks like a haircut gone wrong, but no, it's intentional. Yeezy Crocs. Popped collars. Super high, super pointy heels. Ruins the feet and only for show. Not in the least bit comfortable. Torn jeans. If you think I'm paying a $100 or more for something that should be thrown away, eat me. The giant Groucho Marx eyebrows that chicks walk around with. Like they were drawn in with a Sharpie or some shit. Also the man bun. Those giant red oversized boots. Just, why? That thing where girls wear their bikini tops upside down now. Sleeveless hoodies. Ultra low waist jeans with thongs showing. Randomly placed small shitty tattoos. Giant eyelashes. Pants worn so low men can't even walk without holding 'em up. Nobody wants to see their underwear. They look ridiculous. My friends and I once went through a phase where we wore dead salmon as hats. Those fake lips that get all puffed up. Jankos. Duck face. How any female ever has, or still does, find that attractive is beyond me. Basically anything worn by European aristocrats in the late 1700s. The giant red cartoonish boots. Either sagging pants because they look dumb, or the sleeveless hoodies. Are you cold or aren't you? Those darn ugly red boots. There was a trend, I want to say in the early 2000s, where rappers would have a toothbrush in their mouth at all times that matched the color of their outfit. Lip filler, way too much lip filler. Crocs. Parachute pants. Duck lips on women. Top knot on men. Currently, it's high school college-age girls wearing high-waisted, floodwater mom jeans. I mean WTF. They look like they raided grandma's Goodwill storage container. The massive hole in the earlobe earrings. Sports socks in sandals. Looks like sagging pants has the most votes. claw-like fake acrylic nails.